In today's video, we're going to try to repot this giant sequoia. I picked up this guy at a local nursery here, and as soon as I saw it, I loved it. This is why I like to haunt some of the local nurseries, is because there's sometimes this old neglected tree that will make a great bonsai. And when I first saw this, I was thinking, oh my gosh, look at that tree. It may not look like a bonsai at first, but I think with some work and care, I could probably shape it and form it into something recognizable as bonsai. Excuse me. So the hard part now is to get it out of this pot and into a training mica pot. That's going to take some work. I've already tried to pull it out once and off camera, and it was wedged in there pretty tight. I mean, I may have to cut away the pot, but we'll see. Hopefully I can get it out and not hurt any part of my body while doing it. We're back at my favorite nursery in Kent, and I'm looking for some more material. Just saw this really cool video of Ryan Neal's Monterey cypress, and I found something really good here. So check this out. So look at this beauty right here. It's just sitting there in all of its glory. This thing is all about, I don't know, it's about 4.5 feet. Nice thick trunk. Beautiful taper all the way to the top. This thing is gorgeous. It's a great price too. There's some collected material back there, and you know, some of them are nice. There's another big one back there. I don't know if my brother might want it. I'll pick it up for him, but we'll see. This is actually bigger than the one I got. I love the bark on it. I don't know if these things will back bud, but I'm gonna fertilize the heck out of it to see if I can get it to do that. This place has got a lot of cool stuff. And this is all the pines from this area. They have the deciduous on the other side. Take a look at this. This is just one giant, massive root ball, and it's root bound to the point where there's really no water percolation at all. So I'm going to cut this down to about, I don't know, 4 inches from the top, and we'll see what happens. Alright, this thing is so dense. I'm charging up the Sawzall. Now I've busted out the chisel and hammer. Let's see if I can get through this thing. Oh my God, that felt like it took 15 years to get through this dense block right here. Take a look at this. This whole piece was the taproot. And look at that, you can't even, this is like cement. Oh my gosh, I am so tired. I went through all sorts of tools. This saw, this chisel, sawzall, my chainsaw ran out of batteries just to get through this. That was brutal. Now because this is so dense, I'm gonna have to perforate it, chisel out some wedges so we can get some aeration. Right now, as it is, this thing would just be one block of cement. So let's cut through that. Oh my gosh. 3 hours later, I'm ready to put it into the pot. Okay, so now that I have the moss on here and we've done all the root work, I'm just gonna water this and then leave it alone for a while and let it get established in the pot. The problem with this tree was that there was no percolation, there was no aeration, water penetration, because the soil was so dense and the roots were so dense that this tree basically, in order to survive, it actually produced all of the roots, the feeder roots, near the top of the surface. So the literally the 70% of the bottom half was, or the majority of the bottom half was just not doing anything. So all the feeder roots were on top. Hopefully now that we can get air into the rest of the root ball, this thing will do better and back bud. So that was one of the biggest questions is, do giant sequoias back bud? Because at this present stage, it doesn't have a whole lot of foliage. So we'll see. There was a couple spots on the tree that I found promising, so I have a feeling this thing will back bud. It's going to take some time, but it'll be well worth it once it does, because it's a beautiful tree. I really like this, and I think it'll turn out really nice throughout the years once it develops. Okay, so there's the finished product for today. I am not doing anything else with this tree because I am super tired, and the tree needs to recoup from all that work, that root work, intense root work. I removed a good chunk off of it, but you know, that bottom chunk was just a solid mass of dead roots. Wasn't doing anything for it. And, you know, all the feeder roots were near the top anyways. So this tree is resilient. Kind of reminds me of my dad. All right, so if this is the first time you're here to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. I'm trying to produce more videos, you know, on mostly gardening subjects, bonsais, figs, fruits, and kois. See you next time. Bye. There's a back bud right there. And there's a back bud right here.